What's up, guys? Got a quick little project here for you. So, gotta turn it around here. We got a 2011 Toyota Sienna. We're about to do a little coil change on it. So, yeah. So anyway, I figured I'd bring you guys along, show you how to take off the freaking intake and the whole upper lip area of the windshield. So anyway, the windshield wiper has to come off. It's a quick little tab in here, just kind of pulls off, and then it's like a 14 millimeter nut. I think we gotta do this one like inside. So anyway, yeah, so like this cap comes off, and basically 14, pull it off, and then the rest of this plastic retainer, grill, whatever you want to call it, it's clipped in. We got to pull this guy off, and then there's a little subsection of frame in there that has to come off, and then we can access the plastic plenum. So anyway, I'll get some tools and gloved up, and kind of take you guys along, show you how to do this. Alright guys, so got the upper lip off. Basically it's just a bunch of clips, little plastic clips in these tabs. Squeeze them together. This forward section is the only thing that's securing it in. So basically once all those clips are out and you kind of got the whole thing popped up, the whole thing just kind of slides out. You kind of gotta work it a little bit and shimmy it out, but I mean it's not bad at all. Comes out real easy. I thought this was gonna be a little bit more difficult than it is, but doesn't seem like it's gonna be too bad. So we got some mounting fasteners up here, some screws. We got to take the 2 bolts for the upper strut. We're gonna leave the third one. We're not gonna touch that, but these 2 will have to come loose. Bolt here. These 2 bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts in the back, and then we got some couple mounting bolts over here, similar to how it is on the passenger side. The windshield wiper motor will ride with it. It looks like we'll have to take the plug here, and then that looks like probably for the display, maybe. Nope, never mind. That's probably for the security light. Got a little homegrown maintenance there. Freaking people. So anyway, I'm gonna relieve the harness along here. Again, little plastic clips. We'll pull all that stuff off, take the harness, just kind of lay it in, and then unbolt all this other stuff. So yeah, should be out pretty quick. Wish I could film this while I'm taking it apart, but I don't really have anybody here that could show it, like kind of get the camera going, and the tripod probably won't do it. Maybe later, who knows, but again, it's all pretty straightforward. Alright. Back at it. So, quick little semi-update here. Okay, so got these bolts loose. Don't worry about taking these off, or worry about the strut doing anything. The strut is trying to push up. It's holding the car up underneath this fender. Basically, if we could take all those bolts out, nothing would happen because they're just studs. So, you got the 2 bolts out. Got some of these loose. Got this guy loose. Figured kind of could show you here. So there's a couple bolts in there. So these are 10s. Another 10, another 10, I think. So I got the harness off too. And this whole thing, I was thinking it was going to ride. Okay. It just comes out all one unit. So we'll set that guy right there. Now we have the entire upper area available. So I'm going to finish taking out these couple of 10 millimeter bolts. Take out the 2 bolts here. I think, yeah, because see the panel ends right there. Goes from here and around. Pull that off and get the thing out. All right. Found my tripod. So, got all the bolts out. Everything's loose. there it is. I'm also very pro putting hardware back where it went, so I don't lose it. All right, pulling plugs. Get all the plugs off. You don't have to pull the coolant lines. Just leaving it off for the throttle body. Now the last thing, pull the bolts. That's right. Pull the bolts. Pull the bolts. All right. Good morning, midday, kind of everybody. So this is a continuation of what happened yesterday with the van. Didn't really get a whole lot of good footage. I got kind of busy with everything else. Battery died on the camera, so lots of things didn't really happen there that should have happened. Anywho, so I got some parts. I'm going to pan around here and show you guys kind of what we got going on so far. Boom. So essentially, I think where I left off was basically just telling you about the throttle body. Didn't need to pull coolant lines off. You just pull the 4 bolts out. I think they're 10 millimeter. Just lay it off to the side. You don't need to remove the lines or anything. For the coils, if you're doing anything more in depth, take it off, but there's no need to break into the system. So for this, so I got the intake off. So we got 4 Allen head, they're 5 millimeter Allen head bolts, and then you got 2 studs on the ends. I had an issue which took me a little bit of time. One of the nuts over here was rusted to the stud, or I'm sorry, it wasn't rusted to the stud. It was rusted and basically it rounded off. I couldn't get the thing off with sockets and various, stages of that. So had to basically cut the nut off, but in doing so, and I really wish I got some footage of it, with these, any car with plastic components, you got to be really careful not to be hitting on it or cutting super close, because any slip with these cutting wheels or a hammer or a chisel or anything like that, you can really mess this stuff up. So this was the stud hole right here. It shows that basically I didn't hit anything, but I took my time with it and was very cautious and just made sure that it didn't slip anything with a hammer. I made a really dumb move because I didn't have a hammer and I was using a ratchet, which is something you'd never ever do. But I got lazy and essentially one of the last smacks on the chisel, screwdriver, or whatever, my ratchet fell apart, as you can see. Goodness there, yeah. And that was a blue point too, so that kind of sucks. Anywho, my own stupidity there. I know better. Anyway, so I got the nut off. No damage to anything. I have another nut I'll put on, so we're all good there. I was able to get the coil pack out. Cylinder 5 is over here. The code that I had, let's see if we can pull it up here. I think it was P0355. Yeah, I took a picture of it. There we go. Whoop. There you go. So that's what I was getting with this van. And essentially it's a misfire on cylinder 5. And I'm kind of taking a shot in the dark thinking it's coil. We will see when I put it all back together. It's really going to suck if it's still there because this is a decent amount of work. It's not hard, but it's just accessing everything and any kind of hardware issues or whatever. It's a pain. Just for a simple task like changing a coil pack and or spark plugs, it's a little ridiculous. Thanks, Toyota. So anywho, coil's out. This is the last coil, and I'm sorry if it's a little loud. We smoking today, so yeah. Smokers are going crazy over there. Cylinder 5 coil, it's out. Spark plugs. I don't know if you can see that. Here we go. So, it's supposed to be iridium Bad boys look pretty nasty. I don't know. That's the only one I've pulled so far, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of electrode there. Actually, what I can do is I can get a new one. So I got new plugs for it as well. We can just do a quick little comparison here. All right, 1 second. Let me set up. All right, we're back. So there's definitely considerable difference there. Let me get this right. Okay, look at that. So that plug is definitely worn out completely. It could be that the plugs were just toast, and that was my misfire. It's possible. But again, I'm going in this once. I only want to do this one time. We're getting rid of this thing anyway, so I don't want any problems with a future owner. Just how I roll. So anyway, task for right now is basically throw plugs in. I'm going to take the other 2 coil packs out. I can try to get a little bit of footage of that. It's very anticlimactic, but anyway, I'm going to do the back row, put the other spark plug in, new coil pack, pull the other 2 coil packs out, replace plugs, put them back in, and then start reassembling all of this. And at that point, I'll relay the harness back in where it goes, get my gaskets set up and ready to go for the intake to go back on. I've already cleaned off the plenum a little bit. I'll probably take a little sandpaper maybe and just kind of clean it up. But I've already gone over it with a razor blade, and it looks pretty good. Good enough anyway. These are O-ring seals. So I have I have a package of, let's see here. Let me get some part number references here. So if anybody's doing this crap again in the future, so I got this kit, there's the part number, from O'Reilly's. And then this is the coil pack, right there, from O'Reilly's. And then I can even give you the spark plug number. Here we go. Spark plugs. There's what you need to know. I think they're the 9775 Champions. Iridiums. So, anywho, with that, these are like $10 a piece. Can't really remember the cost on that. I think this was like maybe $100, I think, and this was like, I think this was like 30 or 40. I'm not sure. All in, I'm a little over $200 for doing this. I think maybe a little more, 250. Anyway. So I'm going to get on this, set up the camera and everything, and see if I can get some decent angles of this. And we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so got the plug, socket. You're looking at 5/8 socket for this. Essentially, I'm going to put that in. So you got a spark plug socket, pretty much common with any vehicle. You should be able to hold it, and it holds the plug in place. Should be like a little O-ring in there. It's not O-ring. It's like a rubber seal. So anyway, I'm gonna take this with it in there, and basically I'm trying to keep it off of the electrode. Tinge mill, and then get the same thing, just a little good and tight. There is a bushing in there, so you can't really bust the plastic or anything. Kind of the same thing with the intakes. A lot of these plastic stuff, it has a metal bushing in to take the load. But not to say you can't crack it, but again, you don't want to just go too crazy. All right, so that's in. Make sure we plug it in, and it's in there. Give her a little wiggle. In there like swimwear. Sorry, it's my idea of trying to be funny. Anyway, okay, so with the harness, I pulled the harness out earlier. That way I can just kind of pull it out. I didn't really want to mess with the injectors or anything like that. But anyway, these 2 coils on the back look like they're wide open. I'm gonna have to take this bracket off to get to the number 1, I believe. Yeah, so I'll do that, and get that off. Looks like a 12. Ooh, got an AC line here though. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Okay, so I couldn't use, can't use a ratchet, like a ratchet, I'm trying to think here, sorry, an electric ratchet on that. So anyway, shallow well standard ratchet works good. You get that little bracket loose. Kind of can show you guys a little bit here what I'm talking about. Bracket. This bracket was, well, I can't do it now. Anyway, I'll leave it alone. This was pulled around so it's facing this way. It's a mount for the intake. So anyway, loosen up that bolt right there, 12 millimeter, and then the coil is nice and free. So if that one plug looked like that, I'm kind of wondering, or I'm betting actually, that all of them are looking like they're in desperate need of replacement. Got 2 bolts out, 10 millimeters for the coils. I'm just gonna do this one at a time. Okay. 1 coil pack. Alright guys, so intake is back on. I haven't bolted anything down yet, or at least like tightened anything down. Basically I finished up the plugs on the back, got the 1 coil changed, I think I was telling you earlier, and then basically the harness in the back, I had it disconnected in 2 places off the head, or off the valve cover, and so those 2 mounting points are back secure. For this, for the back here, there's 2 bolts on the very back of this intake. One is over here. I can't really show you that great, but it's basically like right behind, there we go, right behind this, basically the flange and everything where the throttle body hooks up to. Like it's literally just like straight back there. It's a little tab. Pretty easy to get to. Actually, I might be able to show you. It's right here. Right there. So, but the other one back here is a bit of a pain. It's just tight. So basically I unhooked a couple of plugs here. So there's 3 cannon plugs, well, not cannon plugs, but little connectors. Just pop them off, be gentle with them. But that way this harness can kind of float. And then there's a clip back here that is essentially not in front of the bolt, but it's very close to the bolt. But once that harness is relieved, you can pull it out of the way and get to the back of the bolt. That's, I think they're 14 millimeters. I think maybe they're 12s. Actually, I think they're 12s, 12 millimeter bolts. So anyway, I have both of those started and kind of ran up, and I have all of the bolts in here. The 5 millimeter Allens are all in place. I got the gaskets on, the new gaskets here. Yeah, everything seems to be fitting nice. I don't have anything tightened right now, but it's all in place, should be good to go. So now what I'm going to do is basically just run through, and I'm going to tighten these guys. Again, you know, I'm living the life of torque wrenchlessness, maybe. So anyway, I'm just going to kind of run them all down snug. You don't need to torque any of this stuff like super tight. It's probably like 30 or 40 inch-pounds, maybe 50 inch-pounds, something like that. But it's not nothing too crazy needs to happen here, because it's all a huge O-ring kind of type seal. So anyway, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll reconnect all this stuff, put the tab in the back, and then basically this whole side will be done. Will be torqued. The 2 bolts in the back will be torqued. Sorry, and this gasket here, I've looked at this. I would like to change it, but I kind of thought that was going to come in the kit for the throttle body. It didn't, which is really messed up, which I kind of had a thought that maybe because it's called intake kit that it's probably going to be these and then the plenum, and that's exactly what it was. My fear was they would, you know, you got to buy that one separately for the throttle body, of course. So anyway, but that thing looks good. It's standing. You know, it's raised up. It's not entirely flat. So I think it'll be good. But anyway, I'm gonna retighten all this stuff. Maybe get some hoses going, and then we'll switch to the easy side. One little note I do want to mention, so whenever you're taking these out, anything Allen head with an older car, it's a good idea maybe to not get the style that, it's like the ball end Allen heads, so basically where you can get on it at an angle. It's kind of like a universal end. Those are great if you're not putting any kind of a load or torque on them. So anyway, when we're torquing this, you probably want to have standard end. That way you have full contact when you're applying that torque. Okay guys, so basically all this is closed up. I put this little bracket on that I originally took off. I took it off because I was having to try and cut that nut off and everything, so there's really no need to pull that if you don't need to. But that was my reasoning anyway. So anyway, got my lines hooked up, all the bolts are tight in the back. So essentially I'm putting the throttle body back on. Just want to align everything and nice and gently put it all back together, right? We're going to put that little tab back on. And then don't forget to reconnect said throttle body. Where's the hole? I can't find the hole. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and reconnect throttle body right now. Okay, so those are all 10 mils. 10 schmils. 10 schmils. nice and easy. Just kind of give it a little, just a little bumpy bump there. Again, it's not the space shuttle, right? It's a little joke of us airplane guys, right? Yeah. So anyway, that's all there. Done. So basically, we're down to the intake tube. This will go on to that, and there's a couple of small lines that, like a breather line that goes here, PCV valves and everything. Yeah, so anyway, got a little one here. So anyway, all right, cool. Back at you. All right, guys, we're done with the PIA part of this. Okay, so connectors are all back in. Everything's tidy back here. Got the throttle body back on, plugged in. Got all the ducting back on with the airbox. All of the tubes and everything for the airlines and et cetera, all back together. I need to glue that freaking heat shield back up. This guy kind of flapping a little. So anyway, so now I've pulled the connectors for the forward bank of coils and plugs. So I'm about to do that now. Stay tuned. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and rip these guys out. Okay, I'm just gonna pull the bolts out so I don't lose them. So the other two plugs that I had pulled, they looked really bad. So my misfire could have been that. I'm not sure, but again, only want to do this once, right? So I'm gonna basically do this. I have a fear that sometimes when I'm doing this, if I'm doing plugs, and if I get one that's like really hard, that it's gonna snap off. That'd be horrible. I do not want to pull the head on this thing at all. So with these, I've been saying a small prayer every time I do this. Please do not snap off. Gosh, there's like nothing left on there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Ugh. Wait, oop, zoom. Versus, I feel like there's a huge difference there. Yeah, sorry. Hey. Oh, this one's scary. with all. Alright, let's plug this junk back in. So it's going to go kind of reverse order. That guy. That guy. That guy. There we go. Also, noticed my tabs are broke off. It's kind of cool. Okay. I think we are good. I'm gonna reassemble the top. Actually, stand by. Might not do that. I think I'm actually gonna run it like this. Should be able to start it up just like this, no problems. I'm doing that. Wait, I forgot a plug. Whoa! That wouldn't have been good. I guess I pulled that for this bracket. Okay. Hey, now all the plugs are in. Sweet. Alright. So, moment of truth. I've not started the car yet. I got the got my app here going. Here we go. So, got it all in. I'm wondering. Actually, I'm just gonna go and start the car because I pulled the battery. Must be like a Toyota safety feature or something. Hey, definitely seems to sound a lot stronger. Well, okay, not stronger, but like smoother. Before too, I was getting the all drive light, check engine light, obviously, anti-skid light. There's definitely several things happening. Loading. All right, let's see what kind of codes we got. OBD211. Check it. Yeah. Okay. It's a 2011, so not exactly super high speed, but it's actually a nice car. This fan's actually, I think it's really cool. It's freaking all-wheel drive. These Siennas. We have an Odyssey as well, and I'm sorry Honda, but this freaking Toyota has you guys in power and everything else. We have a 2019 Odyssey, and then this is our 2011 limited Sienna, and I mean, for a 2011, I gotta say, I think it's actually not a bad car. Really don't. It's got 2 sunroofs, full leather package, reclining captain's chairs in the back. I mean, yeah, I think it's cool for a 2011. But it's got some miles, 202,000. Hey, I'm thinking that's a success. Scanning. See what we got here. Now, one thing I have noticed is this OBD11 scanner. So I actually got this from my Volkswagen, but it is very sensitive as far as vehicle. Alright, so stall history. What is that? And that's how you fix a 2011 Toyota Sienna with a misfire. Look at that stuff. She is back to her original glory. Kind of. So, yeah. Reveal and everything went in real quick. Easy. Not that bad. Actually, I have just forgot one thing I did. Hello! Alright, so I'll put this little resistor back on. But anyway, after this is done, then it's finished. But started, ran it for a while, everything is good. So happy with that. And thanks for tuning in, and hopefully this helps somebody. I know I was kind of not clueless or anything like that as far as what it takes to do the spark plugs in one of these things, but I heard it was pretty tough. It's just a lot of involvement to try and get to it, but it's actually not that bad once you start pulling some parts off and everything. It's not bad at all. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, appreciate it, and yeah, like I said, hopefully this maybe can help somebody.